Edition of Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. I am Joe Vitale. That is Skoks. Today, we will be going over the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Chicago Blackhawks' most recent opponent. And that's going to be on Thursday. So we'll just give you a quick scouting report on the Tampa Bay Lightning themselves and maybe some changes to the new Blackhawks roster as well. Stick with us. Blackhawks fans, welcome in the newest edition of Chicago Blackhawks Central. Thank you for joining us today on this fine evening. So the Blackhawks are set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Lightning and on Thursday. So Tampa Bay Lightning in action tonight versus the Montreal Canadiens. Martin St. Louis coaching the Montreal Canadiens. And so facing off against the team that he played on. Interesting matchup. It was in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, 5-3. But this was also the second half of a back-to-back for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is how they looked in this game between the Montreal Canadiens. Hagel, Point, Kucherov, Stamkos, Paul, Shiri, Jeannot, Sorelli, Asamont, Barry Boulay, Glendening, Mott. That's Blackhawks legend Tyler Mott.
Tyler Mott. Oh, and I think Nick Paul was it 2 goals tonight?
He did.
I think he did, yeah. Decent stuff.
Yeah, we got a couple more Blackhawks on this roster as well. So we got on the back end Hedman, Chernak, Sergachev, Radish. That is Darren Radish, Taylor Radish's brother. Calvin DeHaan, Zach Bogosian, and in net, Matthew Tompkins. Now, you guys might not remember Matthew Tompkins because he was in the Indy Fuel a lot, and which is the ECHL, and then he was on Rockford for a bit as well. So this was his first win starting, I believe, in the NHL. So congratulations to him. And the way that the scoring shook out was kind of interesting. All Lightning, four goals in the first period, and then one as the dagger in the third period, where the Canadiens got all 3 of their goals as well. Now, if you're thinking that sounds familiar, it's because last night, this would be the 6th of November, the Tampa Bay Lightning were also in action as well against the Toronto Maple Leafs, up 4-1, and ended up losing that game. So when you see the 4 goals in the first period, you're like, okay, this is it. They win. And then you see those 3 goals in the third period for the Canadiens, and then you do also get 1 goal from the Lightning to break up the Canadiens' goals. You could kind of get a little nervous. It kind of seems like they almost take that third period off, which, could be good and beneficial for the Blackhawks. Maybe want them to push in that third period because they can win against a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning and just really solidify it and win. So that's almost it for, I'll go in order of goals. It was Kucherov for his 10th on the season. Paul, 6th in the season. Barry Boulay, 4th of the season, which is really cool because they've always had they being the Tampa Bay Lightning, have had Alexander Barry Boulay on the Syracuse Crunch for a really, really long time. Had a little waiver battle with the Seattle Kraken, and ended up getting him back, and now he's 4 goals on the season in a 4th line role. It's really good for him.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then Michael Asamont rounding out that first period with the 4th goal.
Yeah, and I think it was Kucherov. He kind of went sicko mode, and I think he had 4 points in that first.
You are correct against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
It is really, really. It's crazy to see in one because a 4-point night
Oh
for a
yeah.
game is awesome.
Hmm.
A 4-point night in the first period,
That's unreal.
unheard of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a quality player. So
Oh yeah.
uh, no goose eggs for the second period, and then the
Hmm.
third period it went Suzuki, fourth of the year, Pizzetta, first of the year,
Hmm.
then Paul for his second of the night, and that's
Hmm.
pretty much the dagger for the Montreal Canadiens, and then Christian Dvorak, 1941. So 29 seconds left, he scores, which is cool, but
Hmm.
and then it's too little, too late.
Yeah. I think Illinois guy Dvorak, or I might just be confused. Never mind.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Palos, Illinois.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christian Dvorak.
Yeah. I thought I heard it somewhere, but yeah, funny. Christian Dvorak.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Started with the Yotes, I believe.
Yes, and then he
Yes.
came over in. I'm trying to remember what that trade was that he came over in,
Yeah.
but maybe it was
Uh,
for. No, it wasn't for Shea Weber's contract. I don't think.
mm, I don't think so. No.
No, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny though.
But from
Dvorak.
Palos,
Yeah. Oh
man,
yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely funny. But I am. I'm pretty scared of that top six. From the Lightning there. Good for Brandon Hagel too. Uh, getting on the score sheet a lot recently here. He's on that line one there on the left wing, playing with Braden Point as the 1C, and then Kucherov's on the right wing. Taking those one timers where you want your left-handed shot to be, right? You want him on that right side, just better angles, but what a first line, man. That's interesting. And then that line too, like having Stamkos uh moving over to the left wing, which he's a righty, so he's getting some interesting opportunities on that left wing. Having Nick Paul, recent sicko mode, playing center.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
doing well.
and like surprise Connor Sheary getting a little time on that second line, right wing.
Yeah, smaller guy, really skilled though.
Yeah, he is. 31 now, but making about 2 mil, 1 goal, 2 assists. But funny to see him on that second line.
Yeah, that is a little interesting. Yeah, and I'm just going to go out here and say Nikita Kucherov has 10 assists. Oh, sorry, 10 goals
Hmm.
and 12 assists. So he has
My goodness.
22 points right now. And
Hmm.
how many games are we in? 9?
I believe 12
12 for the Lightning?
for the Lightning. Yeah, and it might be 13 now because they played tonight. Maybe it didn't count in yet. Yeah, so that's
So he's almost 2 points per game.
that,
So
that's
that's
unreal.
yeah, he's such a crazy player. He's so good.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
yeah. Never been a big fan of him, really. Maybe I just don't watch enough Tampa, right? But Brandon Hagel, man, good for good
Hey,
for
good
the
for
Hagel
him.
Bagel. Yeah.
Yeah, and as of right now, that Hagel trade, you know, did Tampa give up a lot? Yeah,
Hmm.
two
Oh
NHL
yeah.
players, two
Hmm.
uh, you know,
First
first
round
round
picks.
picks. And you're like, wow, that's what a price to pay. But
Yeah.
Hagel he's really making a difference for them. And Taylor Radish is good. Uh,
Yeah.
he's not, world beating.
Hmm.
Boris Kachu is okay,
Hmm.
good bottom six guy,
Yeah.
and those picks,
Ooh.
we don't really know yet, but definitely playing the long game.
Yeah. But those early returns, having two rostered guys, rotational, middle six, bottom six, and early, early, I guess, reaction to like Oliver Moore is pretty awesome. Uh, extremely skilled guy, super fast. I mean, I've been tuning in to some Minnesota games, watching Sam Renzel on like the second pair,
Second,
seeing
yeah.
Oliver Moore playing center. Man, great stuff. I've liked what I've seen from Sam Renzel. Quick little update on those Minnesota guys, but yeah, Renzel Moore, definitely, definitely happy with that. Definitely.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hmm.
Um, and so the Blackhawks right now, their schedule, this month of November, I don't know if it's just November or maybe it's just the schedule
Hmm.
in all. The games are kind of spaced out, and I don't
Hmm.
really like it. But
Yeah.
so we got November 9th, which is tomorrow. Well, sorry. When you consume this, it will be tomorrow, the 9th.
Hmm.
And then the 12th, it'll be at the Florida Panthers, and then back to the UC to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning again.
Yeah.
Um, I would really, for this next 3 game stretch against the Florida teams, I'd be happy with 2 points.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I could, I hope it's not 0 points,
Hmm.
but seeing as how the Blackhawks, kind of beat up almost on the Florida Panthers, but
Hmm.
on that November 4th game,
Yeah.
but
Fun game.
that
Fun
was
game.
on Saturday, but you know, I just caught the ending of it, and it just seemed that the Hawks were almost kind of letting the Panthers back
Hmm.
in.
Yeah. Couple goals here and there. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
So, be sure to finish strong, unlike the Tampa Bay Lightning have been doing. They've been taking that third period off. So,
Yeah.
maybe get a point, maybe take, uh,
Take it OT.
take to OT
Yeah.
or a shootout.
Yeah.
But
Haven't seen one yet.
in these next 6 possible points, Hawks are probably going to get 2 with a win over Florida, and
Hmm.
then probably get beat up, uh, kind of bad, unfortunately, against Tampa.
Yeah. Tampa's scary team. Kevin DeHaan, Hawks legend.
Yeah,
We'll be seeing him. Good for him too. Getting healthy.
yeah,
Because he dealt with that. I mean, he was hurt. I,
all the time. He's a
I don't know.
band-aid,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
like 60% of the time that he was here. Cool player though. Good defender.
Yeah, I think he's really good on the defensive side. I think he's good at getting the puck up and around
Hmm.
to the offensive guys too. So,
Right.
I don't think I think back in the day,
Hmm.
he was an offensive like juggernaut when he was on like the Canes and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
not quite that type of player now, and scrounging for minimum contracts, but
Hmm.
he's playing his role. He's doing his job. He's in Florida. The weather's nice. No state
Yeah.
taxes. Yeah, BLJ. I hope they can keep it competitive too.
Hmm.
I think maybe that first game they're going to kind of feel each other out,
Yeah. Definitely.
and I think the Tampa Bay might put up like a 6 spot on them.
Ooh.
I think maybe that first one's going to be maybe like a 6-3
Hmm.
type business,
Okay.
and then I think that second one is going to be a lot closer, maybe like a 3-2 OT.
Hmm. The only thing that's, I guess, like everyone thought of, with Vasi out, is their tending, which we talked about, Tompkins and Jonas Johansson. Uh, I don't know their average 3.62 for Tompkins and 3.18 for Johansson. So if we, let's get some shots on that. I would like to bury some, you know,
Yeah.
pepper them, pepper
Now
them.
that Taylor Hall's back and
Hmm.
Phil Kurashev is like really really good. Uh, he's like a really he's an impactful player right now.
Yeah,
And maybe they can spark some goals.
yeah,
And you know, I didn't really get a chance to see how Hall was performing
hmm,
back on that top line.
hmm,
Uh, and then I heard that they're gonna like rotate Nick Foligno out, like in and
yeah,
out as well. So it's like, yeah, Hall will be there, but Foligno will also be there, which
right,
I don't know how you're going to juggle that.
yeah,
Because like you want Bedard to have like solid line mates, like, and
yeah,
it's working well with Kurashev right now, and it was
hmm,
working well with Foligno, or
hmm,
middling, I suppose, but
yeah,
and then it was didn't really manifest with Taylor Hall, but Taylor Hall's not at 100%. So yeah, I think we'll probably see. Let's see, Tompkins played tonight.
yeah.
Uh, Probably see Johansson the first time,
That'd be
and
cool.
then
Yeah.
maybe Tompkins the second time. So Johansson on the lower end of that three. So maybe Hawks get two.
Hmm.
So it's like a 5-2. And then that second time when we see Tompkins, it'll be more of like a Hawks 4,
Yeah.
maybe
Four
Lightning
three.
3,
Yeah.
OT or something.
Yeah. Ooh. Some free
Uh,
hockey. Yeah.
right. Free hockey. Always loving free hockey.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
and then, yeah. And then hopefully they don't, they being the Tampa Bay Lightning, they don't stop continuing the give up
Yeah.
in that third period. So,
Yep. Um. Really quick with the defense. So I guess Coach Luke is going back with the original pairings. Before Vlasic went out for a few.
okay.
Yeah. So we have Vlasic, Jones, Korch, Murph, Kaiser, Tenorti rotating with Zaitsev. So we'll see if Zaitsev's in or Tenorti's in. Zaitsev hasn't played terrible. I thought he's moved the puck pretty well.
Okay.
Obviously he's a little quicker than Tenorti. You know, so
That is a guarantee.
yeah. Uh, so that's the decor. It's gonna be interesting, definitely.
Yeah, I think I would like Tenorti in against the Florida teams because they're like really dirty
They
and
are.
like pretty scummy.
Mm-hmm.
Florida mainly,
Mm-hmm.
but Tampa is like pretty dirty too. So
Yeah, tough
I
team.
would, yeah, I would like Tenorti there just to make to keep people honest.
Right. Yeah. Um, and that's pretty much just our lineup breakdown.
Yeah,
Yeah, no news really on the Hawks front in this. We had like 3.5 days here, but uh, just a quick tidbit. So Edmonton waives Jack Campbell, goaltender. Did not work out there. Big contract. I think it was like 25 mil.
yeah, 5x5.
Right. Crazy stuff, man. Breaking news as of 3 minutes ago.
Oh
The San Jose Sharks recorded their first win,
man,
2-1 against the Flyers.
Philly, you had one job, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, wow. That's,
Wow.
I mean, to lose to that team, wow. Jeez,
That's
yeah,
really funny.
yeah, you know,
There was going to be, the Sharks were going to face against the Oilers on
ooh,
Thursday,
oh
and
wow,
so people were hoping that Philly won tonight, and so then it could be like the battle of like the Oilers, who are just drowning right now,
Yeah.
and then the San Jose Sharks, who let in 20 goals in 2 games. So,
That's rough.
wow. Well, congratulations, San Jose Sharks.
Yep.
That's wild.
Mhm.
But any parting shots? Because I think that's going to wrap up this edition.
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, this is going to wrap up this edition of the Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. Folks, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I have been Joe Vitale. That has been Skoks, who is labeled as Joe Vitale for some reason, but that's okay.
Oh yeah. Just
Sorry.
noticed.
This is
Yeah.
Joe Vitale, and Joe Vitale signing off from the Chicago Blackhawks, Joe Vitale Central.
Let's go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks. Have a great night.